Yo, what's going on? Facebook. This video is for small business owners or anybody that's trying to get, I say clout a lot now, but anybody trying to get attention for your brand, product, service online. You may be doing this all wrong. Well, actually, most likely you're probably doing it all wrong. You know, most people that try to do social media online, they go about it all the wrong way. At the end of the day, what you don't want to become is a desperado without a horse and a hat. That's why I posted it as a thread, because the more and more I work with business owners, first of all, I want to say this. If you were originally tagged in my post, I tagged 50 business owners that are local, that I'm hosting a mastermind group. It's not a networking group, it's not a leads group. It's just an open forum for all business owners to come together and we talk about everything from sales, marketing, all that, et cetera, et cetera. The sad part is the more and more I work with business owners and the more and more I see what business owners do online, they spend so much time, so much energy chasing customers, clients, prospects. They're spend like, here's one thing. Here's an example. People send me friend requests all the time, right? And I'll go look at their profile, and if they're a business owner or if they don't look like anything, person that's just trying to troll me, I will accept it. But the minute that I accept it, I'm gonna reach out to you and say, hey, thanks for connecting. How'd you find my profile? Blah blah blah. The thing that gets on my nerves, because this is what people do, and this is just all business owners in general, they will send me a friend request, and I reach out to them and I say, hey man, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. Or hey, how are you doing? To a female business owner, and they don't even open the message. It's like, at the end of the day, man, I am not trying. Anybody that's on Facebook right now, that's a business owner, that's trying to get your friends list maxed out at 5,000. That's a mistake, because if you're going to pay attention to the people that you're connected to online, it's impossible to figure out what 5,000 people are doing. If you're on my friends list, if you are actually on my friends list, that's because I want you on my friends list, because I keep my friends list under 200. For most of you guys that are being taught by people online or teach social media, you all think that you have to have thousands of friends for you to get a business. First of all, you shouldn't friend request people just because you're trying to get a sale from them, right? I become friends with business owners because I like to engage with their posts, they engage with my posts. I do Facebook advertisements, so I have clients, and I don't need to chase clients. I've done many seminars on this. I've done events all over Chicago and local. So when I put together this mastermind group that I'm hosting in a couple weeks here on a Wednesday night here in Aurora, to me, I'm not doing it to get more clients because I don't need them. But that's where everybody that's a business owner needs to pay attention to this part. You solve a problem, right? That's all business owners do. You solve a problem. So there is no need to have to convince, persuade, chase, stalk people, because you offer a solution. And assuming that you're doing the social media thing right? Assuming that you're connected to people that most likely would buy from you, right? So like, I'll use Preston, since I'm gonna be meeting with Preston next week, and he's he does taxes, he's a tax accountant, and man, I watch some of his videos and he teaches some good stuff. But he's doing it right, because he's giving you all the answers for free, right? He's giving you all the answers for free. Right? You guys don't know who Preston is. Look him up, Preston Anderson. Because he's not trying to make the sale, because there's no sale being made. He doesn't have to. If I teach you all the answers and I give you all the solutions to the answers, then I'm the expert, and that's what experts should do, right? They should be giving all the answers for free. The only time that you would need money from the client is if they actually want, right? If they actually want you to help them personally or specifically solve the problem that they have, right? Because I can only teach so much, and even if I teach a person, especially for business owners, they're too busy to try to figure this all out. So the only people that hire me or ever work with me are people that don't want to figure out themselves, or they've already tried and it didn't work, right, at the end of the day. But I see so many business owners, right, wasting so much energy and time trying to, thinking that if I just keep posting my what I do and my service, and I just keep posting my link, that people are going to find me. But at the end of the day, nobody cares. So if anybody pays attention to really what I do, I do it backwards than what everybody else does online. While most people are trying to build a big following, trying to get a bunch of people to follow them, and trying to get as many friends as they can, why? You don't need to engage with that many people, right? You don't need to engage with that many people. I'll give you an example. Let's say you came to a seminar that I hosted, because I don't do seminars anymore. I'm not opposed to them, but I just don't do them anymore because they're a lot of work. And it's just one avenue. It's just one way of getting leads, getting customers, right? Finding people that already want to come to you because they want your product or service, right? That's like no difference than doing a webinar. If I do a webinar, it's because I'm trying to say, hey, I'm giving away the free answers if you want to get on. And then you get a bunch of people to get on, and then now you just sort them out, because professionals sort, right? And rookies chase people. I'm just sorting people out. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, everybody wants the answers, of course, but who really needs help now, right? Not everybody does. That's why I send out text messages, send out emails, and market to the people. But, if you're doing it right and you do a webinar or if you do a seminar, 30% of the people that show up should already want to buy or get what your service is now. Does that make sense? So I don't have to go around and spend all my time inboxing 1,000 different people, right? Because at the end of the day, that's not productive. When you're stalking people, you're hitting them on the inbox, you're constantly telling them, hey, what's up. This is also the reason why I don't endorse hosting tables at an event. I don't endorse it, because you're just sitting there waiting for people to come to you. And then, there's always that uncomfortable feeling, because here's the great thing that I learned from the 1 minute salesman. People love to buy, but they hate to be sold, right? People love to buy, but they hate to be sold. Simple. So I don't try to sell people. I try to educate. I try to tell them, hey, here's what you need to do. Here's what you got to do. And then if they want my service, then I'll offer them. This is also why I don't really believe in meetings, one-on-one meetings, because when you do one-on-one meetings, a lot of the times the people that you're meeting are not qualified, and you didn't make them go through any loops and any jumps, right? You didn't make them go through any hoops to meet you. You're going over there to meet with them, and meanwhile, now you're meeting all these different people. You're driving all around the world. You're going to 18 different coffee meetings, right? And now you're spending all your energy trying to give the people, meeting with the people, and it's a waste of time. The only time I like to meet with people is if I feel like there's going to be some kind of mutual benefit where we can work together, or if that person already has hired me and now it's time for us to meet, because most of my clientele that I get is through advertisement and is through social media. And a lot of times I don't even meet the people. I never even get to actually personally physically meet them. There are people that have hired me and have paid me lots of money that I've never physically met. And then there are the people that have paid me lots of money to actually go fly to them, meet with them, hang out with them for a couple of days and work on their business, their ads, stuff like that, right? At the end of the day, if you're a business owner that gives real, true value, you should never have to try to sit there and to convince, persuade, and try to get people. That's like me being a doctor, and you came to my office because you have symptoms. Then I give you the stuff to figure out what you got to do. You already paid me for the visit or your insurance. I'm not going to spend the next 3 weeks trying to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. I did my job. I gave you what you needed to do. That's why you came to me. Well, that's no different than being a business owner. A business owner is the same. You're giving a person a prescription. If whatever you sell doesn't matter, product or service, you solve a problem. So if someone comes to me, they're coming to you or to you. They're coming to you because they have a problem. So my job is to say, hey, well, from my expertise, from what I know, here's what you should do. Here's what you should do. Now, if you want to hire me, here's what I can offer, right? And at the end of the day, you should never have to chase a person down and constantly berate them. Either they're ready to go or they're not. And that, if you're doing it right, you should already have a list of people that already want to or will want to in the near future. Then you got the overwhelming majority. There's two different ways to go about business. You're either trying to market to the overwhelming majority, right, which is a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of follow-up, a lot of marketing, right? Or you can just find the people that already want to buy now. So I went off on a tangent, but here's the point. So when I used to do seminars, imagine that I'll use my other client. We're doing ads with her. She's a medical foot technician. All right. If you don't know what that is, doesn't matter. Anybody that needs her service knows what that is, right? But point being is, I'll use a great example. Would she rather get in front of a room of 100, 200, or 1,000 people saying, hey guys, this is what I do, because this is what networking events are 101. Hey guys, this is what I do, hoping that everybody in the room will come to you? Or would she rather me give her a list of 10 people that already said, after filling out some paperwork, that they need the exact service and they need it in the next 24 to 40 hours, or at least they want to have a conversation about it? That means they're ready to buy now. See, the problem with business owners, they don't do that. With business owners, they're trying to hit up everybody with a pulse on the wall. Hey, do you need my service? Hey, do you need my service? And they come off very desperate. And then, you know, what ends up happening, like I'll give you guys a great story. So when I used to do the networking thing, when I used to go to them before I started hosting my own, I remember I went to this one event and I went there and for the most part, I brought my staff there and I wasn't planning to stay. And I told them that from the beginning when I walked in, hey guys, I'm not gonna be able to stay the whole time. So, you know, I'm going to probably leave halfway through it just so you know. Okay, yeah, no problem. Well, of course, because I make a presence everywhere I go. If you guys don't see that, I do everything purposely, everything strategically. It's not a, you know, it's like I said in one of my videos. In the corporate world, it's not what you know, it's who you know. In the business world, it's not who you know, it's who knows you, right? And that's why I'm so vocal in groups. That's why I do so many videos. That's why I troll so many different, well, at least recently, I've been trolling a lot of Chicago pages, groups, and whatnot. Because I'm here, right? But most of my clientele are not from Chicago. I've made a decision now to get back into the community and start talking to people now, right? So, but going back to the point. So I go to this event. I have to go halfway, leave through it. And right before I'm about to leave, because everybody got to stand up and say what they do. And of course, I had a better, you know, way I describe myself, you know, your elevator speech, you know, so stupid. So I do my elevator speech, right? Everybody's, oh man, I like what this guy said. And if you guys don't know my mission, our mission is smash your competition, choke them in submission until they tap out. All right. So I go do my thing. Now I'm about to leave, right? On a break. Right away, like 2-3 people come up to me, say, hey man, you know, can you give me your card? Like, here's what I'm a true believer that the only people making money with business cards is the guy that printed it for you. Right? That's it. There's no point of having them. But at this point, when I was in this world, I was doing it. So I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Boom. There was this guy, and you guys might know him, and I'm gonna call him out because I don't care because he knows who I am. His name's Chaffee Nagawan. So as he's seeing these 2 ladies come up to me and ask me, you know, hey, when I'd like to talk to you again, whatever. Because again, it's all about attraction. It's not about me chasing you down and stalking you and try to hit up everybody in the room. I don't have to because I offer a service. I offer a solution to a problem. So why would I have to stalk you, right? So back to the point. So the minute that he's seen these ladies do this, he goes right out of nowhere, like a thirsty little savage, comes out of nowhere and goes, hey guys, I do that too. And he goes, bing, like that. Exactly. I do this too, guys. Like, how petty is that, right? That's not the first time it's ever happened to me. I go to events not trying to sell. I go to events just to meet people, you know, communicate, you know, see what's going on. Because I'm in no hurry to sell anybody. Like, if you really need me, you will ask, right? I make people meet with me. I make people call me. It's all strategic because if you really need my help, you will take this serious. If you don't need my help, then I'm not going to be able to help you anyways. So I've been to events, other events where people are asking me marketing questions, and then you always got this guy that's seeing me getting all the attention. It's always guys, usually. It's never women, man. It's always men. They'll swoop in and say, well, you should do this and you should do that, trying to be a know-it-all. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. I'm only answering and giving you my expertise from what I've learned from clients I've helped and from my own experience of being a business. For any of you guys that don't know this, me and my wife been entrepreneurs since 2001. Me and my wife have not had jobs, and we don't plan on ever having one. We've been working for ourselves from 2001, and we've had all different types of businesses. We've had successful ones. We've had ones that failed completely. We've had ones that cost us a couple grand, some that's cost us 10 grand, some that have mistakes that cost us 100 grand, right? We've had businesses that made money quick, and we have businesses that made money, good money, but were a waste of time, right? At the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. We can only do so much, so you got to learn at some point, you know, what's your time worth, right? If you're worth if you're a six-figure earner, or you think you're worth 6 figures, then your hour's worth $83.33. If you think you're worth $1 million, then your hour's worth $524. But how many of you guys online waste so much time with people, right? And waste hours. So by the time you make a sale, you're probably making like $8 an hour. You might as well go work at frickin' Kmart, right? You guys get my point. At the end of the day, what marketing's all about is having some direct offer and being very specific who you're for. You could be a financial advisor, but unless you're a financial advisor for a specific group of people, then you're just another financial advisor. I'll give you guys an example. We'll use politics, right? Trump was good at this. He's really good at this. Hispanics for Trump, right? Hispanics for Trump, black people for Trump, right? That's a target. He's saying these people are for Trump, but he made sure to say they're Hispanic, made sure to say they're black, Now, I seen Joe Biden try to do it recently. He said he did an event called Republicans for Biden. Smart. Republicans for Biden. That's very, very smart. But at the end of the day, that's what most business owners don't do online. What they don't do, what's up, Lori? What they don't do is they don't say who they're specifically for. They don't pick a niche. They just say, hey, I do this, right? Like I do social media marketing, but they don't really say who it's for. They don't really break it down who it's for. They just kind of say, this is what I say. This is what I do. Well, the problem with that is that you're generalizing yourself. You're pretty much saying that you're for everybody. You're not for any specific group. Like recently I was talking to another financial advisor and I said, well, it depends, who's your market? The first thing I ask every business owner, and most business owners don't know this because most business owners want to just get anybody with a pulse and a wallet to give them money. No, who are you for? Who are you specifically for? Like who do you work for? Like for a while, me and my wife, we worked with a lot of network marketers, right? And we still work with network marketers, but we made a decision that we're like trying to pull away from network marketers because like pulling teeth to get them to see what it takes to really become a business owner because they're so caught up in the network marketing world that they don't really pay attention. They just believe anything that anybody that says in the network marketing world has to be true. And they believe that anything that happens in that arena, that just because a guy makes whatever money or because he's at a rank, that they just believe it's to be true, right? For anybody that, and you guys, any small business owners wouldn't know this, but there's like guys that are gurus where they teach stuff and they do seminars. A lot of small business owners don't know what that is. But they'll go to these seminars thinking like these guys have all the answers. No, they're millionaires because you're paying them to become millionaires. They have no other skill besides that. A lot of times they don't even have businesses. They only selling their program or their trainings or whatever, right? And at the end of the day, okay, you can sell me trainings all day, but I need answers. I need to be able to ask a human being, what do I do? Do I not do this? Do I do that? Well, so at the end of the day, business owners, you guys are doing it all wrong online. You don't need to be everywhere talking to everybody. You need to really figure out who you're trying to talk to. Once you know who that is, then now all you got to do is be friends with those people, be in groups where those people are at, and make sure that you're the voice for that group of people, whatever that group of people are. Unfortunately for business owners, they don't do that. They're so desperate to make a sale that they literally just run around chasing everybody, right? It doesn't matter who they are. They'll just talk to anybody and everybody. Like, for me, I'm very strategic on who I talk to, and I'm very strategic on who I'm friends with on social media, and I'm very strategic on who I follow and who I don't follow because I don't need to be friends with millions of people. I only need a small core group of people that really want help because I'd rather have 5 people that really want my help than to have 20,000 people that like my stuff, comment on my stuff, but never ask for help. I don't need more clout. I don't need more views. I don't need more likes. I need people that actually want help. This is the reason why we stopped doing seminars because a lot of people that would go to the seminars, sometimes we would do them for free, sometimes we would charge. They would come to our events, right, Jen? They'd come to our events, and then a lot of times they just thought, because of how well I sold it, and trust me, I teach a lot of stuff in my seminars, that they thought after this seminar, I got it. I would love, what's up, Uncle Mario? I would love for that to be true, but unfortunately, no, it's not. So all I need to say to you small business owners, stop chasing customers. Stop stalking people in their inbox. Stop having meetings with people that are probably not going to buy from you anyways. Stop stalking people. If you have value, teach it to the public. This is an educational world now. Back in the day, it was industrial. This is an educational world now, okay? Which means that whoever's teaching everybody, whoever's educating the public is going to win because I'm giving you the answers for free because I don't need your money unless you want to give it to me, right? And for a while, I was doing a thing on social media where I would say something like, hey, I don't do this for money. I do this for hearts and minds. But if you want to give me money, write me a check. That was like my tagline for about a year, right? Because at the end of the day, that's truth. If you're a true successful entrepreneur, you don't need to chase people. If you provide a service or a product or whatnot, and you bring value, you should never have to beg a person for you to help them. That's like me selling weight loss and trying to convince a lady that she needs to lose weight. She already made that decision she needs to lose weight. That's like me being a personal trainer and trying to convince that person and almost beg them. Oh, you are? I should go over there. But begging, right? Begging the person to come to the gym. No, if you paid me and you don't show up, that's on you, right? And that's how it should be. You should never have to basically make someone better themselves, right? Because you want it more for them. You can't can't. So, in closing, guys, if you're a small business owner, I hope you guys are coming to my event that I'm hosting in Aurora in a couple of weeks on a Wednesday night. What's up, Aunt Margot? And I hope you guys learn a lot from my videos, because my favorite, the best thing I ever get from videos is when people give me a compliment, say, man, I learned a lot. You opened my eyes. You gave me some good insight, because that's why I do it. That's the only reason why I do it. Whether you hire me or not, that's on you. And if you don't, that's your loss. Because there's no one else out there. You don't have to go to no more seminars. You don't got to listen to no more stupid videos. You don't got to look for no more answers, because if you just message me, I will give you all the answers for free. The only time you ever got to pay me is when you actually want me to do it for you, right? This goes for me, it goes for my wife, and this goes for any of my clients that I teach, guys. So, hope you guys have a good night. I just wanted to get on real quick. I hope you guys like the logo. Work your way to the top, because the bottom's too crowded. Become a 1%er.